Good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin Moran, and I serve as a battalion chief within the organization. It is my honor to be your host this morning and formally welcome you to Chesterfield Fire and Emergency Medical Services Enon Fire Training Center. This training center is an all-hazards training facility spanning approximately 30 acres. It houses 2 burn buildings, a 6-story training tower, a driver pump operator drafting site, a flammable liquid simulator, roof simulators, forcible entry simulators, a self-contained breathing apparatus confidence course, a firefighter mayday course, and a hazardous materials simulator. There is also an area for vehicle extrication and technical rescue training. In addition to the training expanses, we have an area dedicated to those who have lost their lives while serving their communities. To our right is the 9/11 Memorial. It is a pentagon shape with 2 towers standing fast as you enter. The memorial site displays a piece of steel from the World Trade Center, a brass bell that is tolled when our fire service loses a brother or sister. In the center of the memorial is the Chesterfield Fire and EMS flag. It is lowered in times of loss and tribute to the fallen. Adjacent to the memorial, a flagpole displays our nation's colors. Each day, our nation's colors are raised and lowered with grace, symbolizing our unity and the freedom that graces our borders. I am honored to welcome Fire Chief Edward Loy Center Jr. to the podium for comments.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Enon Public Safety Training Center. Over the past 20 years, I've been an active member of the Metropolitan Fire Chiefs Association. The Metro, as it's known, is a professional organization dedicated to representing the interests of fire chiefs from the largest fire departments across North America and around the world. During my tenure with the Metro, I served for 6 years on the executive board, including a term as president of the association. As an officer of the Metro, I was honored to travel often abroad, representing the U.S. Fire Service, and along the way, I met many firefighters and fire service leaders from different countries. What I quickly learned in these visits is that firefighters all share the same DNA, regardless of national origin. They are committed to serving others, are willing to act with courage in the face of danger or adversity, and to give their life if necessary so that others may live. 38-year-old Hamid Mahdavi lived a life of service as a firefighter in Mashhad, Iran. Not only did he respond to emergencies, but he was also known for sharing safety and educational content on social media with nearly 100,000 followers. While off duty on January 8, 2026, Hamid was moved to action as regime forces shot protesters at a pro-democracy rally in Mashhad. Without hesitation, he carried wounded protesters to safety when he too was shot and killed. In his passing, Hamid has become a symbol of hope to millions of Iranians in the diaspora around the world. We are here today to dedicate a juniper tree and a plaque in honor of Hamid at the urging of Ozzy Murka, who many of us know as a resident of Chesterfield County, a local fire protection engineer, and a retiree from the Las Vegas Fire Department. But what many may not know about Ozzy is his truly inspiring story of how he pursued the American dream nearly 50 years ago when he immigrated to the United States from Iran at the age of 17. Through Ozzy's efforts, Hamid's selfless acts performed over 6,000 miles away will be honored and remembered.
Thank you, Chief Center. I would like to welcome Mr. Ozzy Murka to the podium for comments.
On January 8, 2026, during the pro-democracy demonstrations in the city of Mashhad, Iran, firefighter Hamid Mahdavi, while off duty, saved the lives of many wounded demonstrators who were shot by the Islamic Republic murderous security forces. Carrying a wounded demonstrator on his back, Hamid was shot and killed by the regime forces, a final act of sacrifice to save many others. In honoring Hamid's exemplary service and valor, I would like to read a couple of paragraphs from the condolence letters that we have received from the International Association of Fire Chiefs and the Institute of Fire Engineers. These letters have since been forwarded to Hamid's family. Fire Chief Bruce Warner, past international president and the residing president of the USA branch of the Institute of Fire Engineers. From the earliest organized fire brigades of ancient Rome to the firefighters serving today in communities experiencing conflict and instability, the fire service has remained a humanitarian vocation. Firefighters act to preserve life and restore stability wherever and whenever they're needed. Hamid's final actions place him firmly within that enduring legacy. We recognize that no words can ease the pain of such a loss. Please note that firefighters and fire professionals across the United States stand in professional solidarity with you. We honor Hamid's courage, his service, and the example he set for the global fire service community. May his memory be a source of strength and pride for your family, and may you find comfort in knowing that his actions reflected the very best of our shared profession. Fire Chief Tricia Wolford, President and Board Chair of the International Association of Fire Chiefs. Press reports make clear that firefighter Mahdavi exemplified the honor of the fire service by providing aid to the Iranian civilian population and putting himself in mortal peril. He made the ultimate sacrifice protecting his fellow citizens. I appreciate you contacting the IFC and highlighting his courage as a role model for both America's fire service and the International Fire and Emergency Service. In our Persian culture, cypress, called sarv in Persian, is an evergreen standing straight and tall towards the heavens that symbolizes perseverance, resilience, not bowing down to pressures, and liberties. These symbols are indeed a great reflection and description of the valor displayed by firefighter Hamid Mahdavi. And as you can all agree, they are also engraved in the core values of all our firefighter brothers and sisters across the world. It is of utmost importance to recognize that this memorial service not only honors the ultimate sacrifice and valor of our fire service brother Hamid Mahdavi, but also the strong bond and brotherhood, sisterhood between all firefighters across the globe. Those who put their lives on line day in and day out to save the lives of many others in serving and protecting their communities. Thus, the cypress tree planted today to honor Hamid Mahdavi also symbolizes the international bonds of brotherhood, sisterhood between all firefighters throughout the globe.
Thank you, Mr. Mirka. We now invite Chesterfield Fire and EMS Honor Guard to come forward to assist with the dedication and unveiling. The cypress juniper tree you see behind to the left of me symbolizes life, resilience, and stability. It is known to grow in harsh conditions and in high altitudes. Its root system is strong and determined to survive, earning its nickname, the Water Finder, for its ability to penetrate stone in search of water. Its wood is strong and durable. It's known for use in construction of bridges and village homes. Finally, the juniper cypress is historical. There are specimens worldwide known to have lived thousands of years. In front of the juniper lay a rock with an inscribed plaque. The rock symbolizes steadiness and enduring strength. The plaque reads, Hamid Mahdavi's strength and sacrifice as he gave his life in service to his fellow man. Honor Guard member, please unveil the plaque. The fire service has many traditions. These traditions transcend cultures, borders, and nationalities. When a firefighter is lost, our service grieves, mourning the loss of that brother or sister. One way we signify the loss in pause and remembrance is by tolling of the bell. Long before telephones and radios, fire departments used the telegraph to communicate. When the handle was pulled on a once familiar red fire alarm box found on nearly every street corner of America, a special code was transmitted to every fire station. When a firefighter died, the fire alarm office would tap out a special signal. That signal was 5 measured dashes, then a pause, 5 more dashes, another pause, then a final 5 more dashes. This became universally known as the tolling of the bell, and it was broadcast over every telegraph fire alarm circuits to announce that the emergency was over and the firefighter had been called home. As we close our ceremony, I once again invite Mr. Ozzy Mirka to the podium for closing remarks.
My closing remarks are about gratitude. But before starting that, I want to give an update. On January 8th and 9th, the regime shut down the internet, And according to President Trump, 45,000 people were shot to death. Hamid Mahdavi was trying to save the victims, but he wasn't the only one. I found out about his death 6 weeks after he was killed. Just last week, though, I found out that Yohanna Mirpadyab and Maysam Kazemi from Rasht Fire Department and Pran Fire Department met the same fate. They were shot in the head for trying to help victims. So that shows this was pre-planned. This was deliberate with the intent of preventing our heroic fire and paramedics for personnel to help the victims. So this ceremony also goes to Yohanna and Mesa. When I found out about Hamid, it was 6 weeks after his departure. It was about February 15th. I thought the best thing that I could do is to bring light to this individual who dedicated his life to save others and became a national hero. I wanted him to become an international hero. I wanted him to be recognized throughout the world for what he did and what he represents. We are from the same cloth. Fire service members around the world do the same thing day in and day out. And I want that recognition to be there. So the very first thing I did, I contacted the International Association of Fire Chiefs and IFE to try to get condolence letters for his parents. I also talked to my friend and colleague and my chief, Chief Lois Center. And we sat down and talked. And I explained the circumstances to him, that what my vision was. I wanted to have a ceremony here in Chesterfield to be the very first ceremony of recognizing Hamid's valor. I wanted it to be broadcasted throughout the world so the Iranian diaspora everywhere around the world could pursue doing the same thing. But it had to start here with where I live and with my chief. We wanted to be the surrogate chief for Hamid and honor him the way he should. So when I explained that to the chief, he was all heart, compassion, understanding, and support. As you all can attest in the fire service, this has never been done before anywhere. There are no protocols for recognizing international fallen firefighters. Chief took the challenge on, went through the administration, got all the approvals, did everything in his capability, capacity to make this a successful event. The very first thing that he did, he asked me to contact Chief Kevin Moran. What a blessing he is. In such a short period of time, he organized this event. And those who have done this type of work know how much time and detail and goes into such planning. And what a wonderful job he did in such a glorious day to honor such a hero. We have representatives from Iran International videoing this event. Hopefully, this event will be broadcast this afternoon, and his parents in Iran, Hamid's parents in Iran, hopefully can watch this either now or later on and recognize that their son, his valor, his efforts have not been in vain. That we, Chief Senator and I, both wanted to respect him and honor him the way we would for our own son, for our own firefighter. So God bless Chief Moran and Chief Senator for all their efforts in making this a reality. Most importantly, Thank you to the Chesterfield County for their gracious acceptance of revising the protocols to allow this to happen. Without their support, this would not be possible. With that said, my gratitude to you all, and God bless people of Iran, God bless our troops, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
And now welcome Chief Senator back to the podium for closing remarks.
The memorial before you will stand tall for all who enter this campus to see, from our newest recruit firefighters to our veteran firefighters who come here to train and perfect their skills. Hamid's selfless acts will serve as a reminder of the courage, sacrifice, trust, and spirit that are necessary to serve any community around the world. The positioning of this memorial on the grounds here will also allow future growth in recognizing the sacrifices of other firefighters from faraway places as an inspiration to us all. Thank you for being here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor hosting you this morning. We thank you for your attendance and wish you a safe and healthy rest of your day. Thank you.